My name is Gabriel Trujillo. I'm a father, a husband, a counselor. And I want to share something that I really need to just get out of my chest. Preface, before I move on, I want to say, first of all, I suck at video editing, okay? Second of all, if you hear some strange noises, that's probably my English Bulldog Angus snoring. And if you see me looking back, that's because my daughter is doing tummy time. And I have to keep an eye on her to make sure she's not rolling around somewhere. She just started doing that. Anyhow, this is something I really have been wanting to get off my chest for a long time. So just bear with me and take a deep breath because the topic can be really awkward, but I need to talk about it. The topic is in regards to a huge elephant in the room that I feel that many people don't talk about that maybe they should. That elephant in the room is the pervasiveness of sexual misconduct among men in general. I went to Google and just put in a list of men who've been accused of sexual misconduct in the last 5 years. And the list was big. Just some of the names, and I don't really know most of these, but here NBC had an article about it. Henry Weinstein, James Franco, Paul Higgins, Ben Vereen, Peter Martin, Charles DeToit. I'm butchering these. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce them. Morgan Spurlock, the guy that did the Super Size Me movie that I liked. Steven Seagal, of course. Bill Cosby is the popular one. Dustin Hoffman, Kevin Spacey. I mean, the list goes on and on. That's not even going through all the athletes. If we put in a list of athletes that have been accused of sexual misconduct, rape or sexual harassment of some sort, the list is huge. So why does this bother me so much that these men have been accused of this kind of stuff? Well, the thing is, it's not just men out there or celebrities out there that are being accused of this that have the problem. I'm a Christian person. I'm a Christian belonging to the church Seventh-day Adventism. And here's where I'm really bothered as well, because it's not so much all these things are coming out since the Me Too movement and other stuff, these accusations and over again, but making it more personal. I wonder how the statistics are in my own church in Seventh-day Adventism. I would bet, just based upon the stuff that I know and the things I've experienced, especially in the last 5 years, it's no different in our church. And that should be a wake-up call to all of us. You say, oh, that's people that are celebrities or they're in that kind of stuff outside of the church in Hollywood. No. I mean, even the list of people that I read off, we're talking these are movie directors, some of them are actors, some of them, of course, are athletes. Some of them are in politics. So these kind of men that are doing sexual misconduct can have a variety of jobs. And I think in our church, it's going to be no different. I would bet if there was a list somewhere as far as people that have been accused of sexual misconduct, it would be a huge list. As far as pastors, as far as church members, elders. So this is not an outside problem. I guess that's how I'm so bothered is that in our church, in my church that I love, over and over and over again, I keep seeing things coming out as far as men coming out with problems with sexual scandals. And it's time that we talk about it, because it's not going to go away by just pretending it doesn't exist or sweeping it under the rug or just completely saying that accusations are unfounded and it's just people making up stuff. No, this is destroying families. This is causing a lot of divisions. It's causing people to leave the church. It's causing tons of damage. And I can't shut up about it any longer. I have to say something about this. It's time that we talk about that elephant in the room and saying, guys, we need some accountability. The women in our lives, if they know we're involved in some of this kind of stuff, even beforehand, see, I'm more focusing on the preventative measures. Things like pornography, things like, let's just stick with pornography for now. Because I think, I'm not saying the correlation, the causation that every single person that is addicted to porn or looks at porn is going to automatically harass or rape somebody, etc. However, I think that if I were to be the counselor of the people that I just named, and we were to go back to the history of when some of their urges started, when some of the addictive nature, the impulses started, I would bet all of them, every single one of them, has excessive pornography use in their life. Every single one. So my thing is, it's in our churches. I feel like sexual addicts are in our schools. I feel that they're in many of our environments that we don't realize. And I don't mean to like scare or whatever, but I think it's time that we talk about this. Why is this such a problem, especially with men? What's going on? And the men that aren't involved in this type of stuff, that maybe have overcome and have had freedom, what are they doing to keep themselves pure and not involved in this mess? Because it's everywhere. I mean, I'm telling you, the statistics are staggering. And more in counseling, as I'm a counselor in different schools, it's starting younger and younger and younger that people are getting involved in this type of stuff. Sexual misconduct is everywhere, and we can't be naive about this any longer. Anyhow, if you're still listening to this rant, excuse me, I want to share with you a very personal story. I just wrote a blog post a little bit about my life with some of these issues, and I want to share with you some personal information. I hope that it can help, and I hope it can stir up some conversations. And I do want to say that this is something that I feel God has called me to do for a while, and I want to begin to talk more about this, because there is freedom. There is freedom when we begin to have conversations that are open and begin to confront these things that happen in secret that are killing us. Please take the time to check out the blog post that I wrote to just get a little bit more context maybe in why I'm so passionate about this, and why I am, in the next few weeks, you're going to see me be more talkative about these subjects. Anyways, thank you.